everybody, this is Meth Movies coming at you with my review of The Burbs, the 1989 cult comedy classic that I have always loved. I remember watching this for the first time as a kid with my brothers and my father and my mom and thinking, what the heck is this movie? But absolutely loving it, especially because it stars Tom Hanks, an actor who, of course, is fantastic in pretty much everything, but I had never seen him give a role, anything remotely like this, or be in a movie that had this kind of tone. And really, since then, he really hasn't done too much like this either. This is a very unique film in his filmography, and just an all-around amazing movie that just has a place close to my heart. It's absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous and over the top, but entertaining as all get out. The plot of this movie, it all takes place in a cul-de-sac, and in this cul-de-sac there's a number of houses, and they all intermingle, and they're all friendly with one another. And then there's one house that looks nothing like all the rest of them, and there's a family in there that seem unnerving and seem to be doing weird things. And there's a trio of neighbors, one played by Tom Hanks, one played by Bruce Dern, and one played by a guy named an actor by the name of Rick something. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's been in lots of movies. Like he showed up in Die Hard and National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1 and Groundhog Day and another thing. Generally speaking, as a character actor, but he's much more of a lead role in this film. And the three of them are just obsessed with what's going on in this house, and they become convinced that there's something untoward going on, because one night they observe the fact that there's people within the house that are digging what it looks like graves in the middle of a rainstorm, and the next night they bring out garbage at the middle of bring out garbage in the middle of the night, and the next day the three of them are obsessed and believe that there might be a dead body inside of it. So they jump in the garbage trucks, try to figure out, and there's nothing to it. And then one day they go and knock on the door, and they're talking to them, and there's a bunch of creepsters. Like there's an old guy who's just kind of peering over their shoulder, and he's super creepy. And there's this young guy who definitely looks like he came right out of Deliverance, with the red hair and just looking like a total redneck, and just an odd dude, and not a redneck in real life, but like the Deliverance version of a redneck, the real creep kind of redneck that is just a completely inaccurate stereotype, but one that you've seen in the trope that you've seen in movies before. And they're made very uncomfortable by this group, and then one day they seem to leave, so the three of them decide to break into the home to try to investigate themselves, and things just go awry from there. I'm not gonna go too much into what happens inside the house, but there's some real supernatural weird crap going on, and it's just things get really funky, and they're over the top reactions, and they're just outright fear of what they've become involved with, and understandable based on what they're seeing. It's all very, very entertaining. I mean, this is a very over the top movie. It's ridiculous to its absolute core, but it's so much fun in my personal view. Just a great time watching it every time I put it on my TV. And there's other notable actors in it as well. Carrie Fisher pops up, and she plays Tom Hanks' wife, and she's not in the movie too much because one of the main core parts of the plot, I should say, is the reason why Tom Hanks is able to get in the house is because he happens to be on vacation, so he has nothing to do but kind of hang out around the house, and that's when he becomes obsessed, and that's why he has the opportunity to get there, because in the middle of the day they leave and he goes there. And since the whole large portion of the movie takes place during working hours, she is gone, but whenever she does show up, she really lights up the screen. She's very entertaining. She's a very good counterpoint to his performance in this movie, and really grounds the movie to a large degree, but it was also entertaining and funny in it as well. I thought she was marvelous in it. And then Corey Feldman is in this, and at the time when this movie came out, when I first saw it, I was personally obsessed with the Coreys. I thought they were great. I love them in lots of movies like Lost Boys and License to Drive, and I will always think of this movie among the top Corey Feldman films, or Corey films really in general, because I absolutely thought he was great in it. He plays this kind of militant member of the crew, and he's not really there, but he's a youngster, but he acts like he's much older than he is, and tries to come off like a bit of a tough guy, or not even like necessarily a tough guy, but very militant and in control of the situation, even though he really isn't. And so he was a very great addition. I mean, at the core, this movie really is all about Bruce Dern, Rick, and Tom Hanks. I mean, the trio of them are just so entertaining together, with Tom, of course, taking the lead role and just absolutely killing it, and their reactions to the situation that they've got themselves in are so entertaining. I love this movie. I think it's a great time. If you've never heard of it, which I think a lot of people haven't, because I definitely don't see it talked about all that much, I absolutely suggest you go check it out. It is so much fun. So those are my thoughts on this movie. Let me know in the comment section below if you've ever heard of it, if you're flabbergasted that there's a Tom Hanks movie that's out there that people don't really know too much about, whatever. Other than that, please hit that like button, hit that share button. It makes it much more likely that other people will come check out this video and let me know what they think, which would be absolutely fantastic, because I love talking to people about movies. And speaking of which, if you are one of those people who are new here or you just haven't done it yet, please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you can find out when I put out a new video. Come watch it, give me your thoughts, and that would absolutely be the best. And besides that, have yourself a good day.